All right, so you're probably wondering, how did Apple even find me in the first place? How did Apple find a filmmaker and photographer in Tennessee? There's this website called Unsplash, and it's kind of like an Instagram, except it's not a social media website. It's a website where people upload really good photos and allow you to license them completely free. It's pretty remarkable. There's really, really good photos on there. And over the course of like 5 years, I've uploaded 20 or 25 images, and I've gotten 40 million views on those. And one of those photos I uploaded to Unsplash is one of my favorite photos of all time. And that's the one that Apple came asking about. I got this email August 14th, 2021. Hi Trent, I work as a photo producer at Apple. I'm working on a project where we are looking to license a couple of images. We came across an image of yours on Unsplash of all places. When you get a chance, could you email me at their name at apple.com and I can share more information about this possible license. Thanks. I have to admit, I thought this was completely bogus. The first thing that I did was I actually looked this person up on LinkedIn to see if they legitimately worked at Apple. And to my surprise, they did work at Apple. They had worked at Apple for like the last 5 or 7 years. So what I thought was maybe a scam was actually a legitimate request for my photo. Now, he didn't say in the beginning which photo it was, but when he asked that, I was hoping that it was my photo of Half Dome from Yosemite. I was hoping it was that photo. That is one of my favorite photos of all time. When I went to Yosemite in 2018 with my family, my wife, my little girl who was only 5 months at the time, there was this bucket list shot of mine. This shot from around Glacier Point in Yosemite National Park where I wanted to shoot down the road. So this photo was the one that they ended up asking if they could license. And of course, I was like, yes, you can license it. I don't even really care about the amount of money you want to license it for. It could be $100, $200. I would just love to see one of my favorite photos out there in the world with an incredible brand, a huge brand with all the notoriety that they have. So I said, yes, of course you can license this. Now, again, I was still kind of freaking out. Like, is this a legitimate request? Somehow this has got to be spam. But I went through several email exchanges with this person over at Apple telling me that the creative team was reviewing all these different photos, that my photo was making it to the next round and making it to the final round. And once I got to the final round, he said that my photo was in like the top 10 of the images that they were looking to pick. And this was over the course of like 2 or 3 weeks. So every day I would wake up, check my email, reload it, check it again to see if I had a response from them. And again, it wasn't about the money that I could make from licensing this photo. I didn't really have an interest in making like a lot of money off of this photo. This was a photo that I had purely wanted to take for myself, something that I could hang on the wall one day and just be proud of. And here I was talking to Apple of all companies about this photo. So I literally just wanted them to have it, to use it in whatever way that they wanted to use it. So I got into that final round, and then that last email came in where they told me that unfortunately the team was going in a different direction and they weren't going to pick up my image. And yeah, it did hurt. Of course it hurt. One of the most notable brands in the entire world wanted my photo. I was like hanging on for dear life that they were going to pick that photo. And then 2 weeks later from finding out, they decide not to pick up the photo. It hurt. It hurt a lot. But again, I hadn't set out to take that photo for Apple. I hadn't set out to take that photo for any brand. I had set out to just take that photo because that was the photo that I wanted on that trip. That was a photo that I wanted to just keep for myself. So I think there's an important lesson there in that we create because we want to create. We want to create images because those are the images that we want to have and we want to keep. We don't always just create because there's money behind it, or there's notoriety behind it, or there's going to be a lot of views. We create because we are creators. We create because we enjoy the craft of creating, and that's what got us interested in the very beginning. So that's what this whole process reminded me of. So I didn't originally take this image for Apple. I took this image for myself, my family, to just keep, an image that I would keep forever. And yes, it was thrilling and exciting that Apple wanted that photo. But even though they didn't choose it, even though it's not going to be shown, even though it's not going to be on a billboard somewhere or as used as a wallpaper, it's still my favorite. It's still one of my favorite photos of all time. And I'm just thrilled that they liked the photo so much that they happened to reach out in the first place. So, as a fellow creator, go out there and capture the images, capture the videos that you want to exist, and do it because that's what you love to do.